This video is titled Trial of God. I think that in the not too distant future, maybe 50 years, maybe 100 years, I don't know, maybe sooner, a man or a woman will take God to court. And then eventually, this will catch fire and others will take God to court. Maybe as many as 1 million people worldwide, if not more. The reason for it is, as we know, currently the world is managed and operated by humans, by people. But all over the news, in their social medias, and when they speak, essentially, they give reference to God, that their actions essentially are aligning with their belief system. The purpose of taking God to court would be for damages, emotional, physical, punitive damages that people have done on behalf of God and God themselves. Of course, in that time, just as God hasn't showed up physically, no one has seen God. Essentially, that will be a dilemma that God can't defend themselves in court. So, it's important to keep in mind that around the world, regardless of what language you speak, there is a religious system in place in every nation-state system. Every nation has their own belief system, and they have their own ways of governing their laws, but it is based heavily influenced by whatever colloquial, regional, local god that they believe in. I think that in the U.S., the cases will be brought before the Supreme Court. In other places, it'll be their Supreme Courts, and it might even be taken up by the International Criminal Court, the ICC. I'm not sure if the UN will still be around. Most likely it will be around that time. But people will use the UN as a platform to communicate their grievances and why they're taking God to court. Now, it sounds silly, but keep in mind that people to this day believe in prophecy, such as what's happening in Israel of rebuilding the third temple. The Messiah will rule from there, where the Christians believe that the Jewish Messiah is the Antichrist, etc. And it also involves the Muslims with their Mahdi and Dajjal, their religious figures based on their religious books and their prophecies. So it's not too out of the way to think that the mayhem that they will wreak, these characters, these individuals, these politicians on the global stage will finally make people wake up and take God to court. Thank you.